School is starting back up again for so many people, and as someone who recently graduated from high school, I feel like I've earned the right to give you unsolicited advice about how to survive high school. So I've got 10 pieces of advice. Let's get into it. These pieces of advice are not in any particular order. I'm not putting one first because it's more important. I think they're all important. They're all things I learned over the course of 4 years and thought would be important for other people to know about. Number 1, get involved. High school is going to have a lot more events than your middle school did. At least that was the case for me. There was so much more to try, so much more to do in high school that I never would have imagined when I was in middle school. So I highly encourage you to join sports, join clubs, go to whatever activity interests you, try new things that you're not even that interested in, because it's a really good way to meet people, and a lot of people really want to find their niche in high school. Going to new things and new events is a great way to do that. So, get involved. Number 2, stay organized. You're going to have so many things going on in high school, like I just mentioned, and it's really, really easy to just slip up, get a little bit lazy one day, and get disorganized. I got hit multiple times with my bad organization skills in the early years of high school. I would forget my homework because I left it on the kitchen counter. And I did the homework, I just didn't bring it to class. It's not good enough to do it and leave it at home. So stay organized. Use a planner or an app that works for you. I'm a Google Calendar addict. If you watch any of my other videos, you probably know that. So that's what works for me. But if a paper planner works for you, if using your notes app, your reminders app, whatever it is that works, use it. Stick to an organization method. You're going to need it. Number 3, learn time management. Obviously, I've made it clear already in this video that high school has a lot of events. There's always things going on. If you don't know how to time manage yourself and you can't figure out how to balance your schoolwork with your personal life, with your extracurriculars, you're going to burn out and burn out fast. You really, really do need to be able to manage your time appropriately because you only have so many hours in the day and there's a lot that needs to get done. Number 4, and a very important one, learn to ask for help. If you try to do everything in high school by yourself, you're gonna fail. I was a person who came into high school super independent. I hate asking for help. I still do. It's a really hard thing for me to do, but it's so important. You cannot be afraid to ask your teachers for help in particular. Your teachers are literally there to help you. A lot of the teachers that I had in high school who I would consider intimidating were the best to ask questions to because they truly, truly do just want to help you. So if you're that scared of a teacher you can't go to them, there are other adults to go to. You can ask counselors. You can literally ask upperclassmen friends that you might have, even friends in your own grade. Just find someone that you can ask for help, even if it's a tiny little thing. You don't want to wait to ask for help until you have a massive problem if you can tackle it when it's just a little thing. So ask for help. Number 5, make friends. I went into high school with a tight clique from middle school that was splitting into 2 different high schools, and I did not know what to do with myself. If you go to these events, if you take the other 4 pieces of advice that I've said, making friends will not be that hard in high school. And for a lot of people, I think this is the case. It definitely is for me. Some of the greatest friends that I've ever had in my entire life, I met in high school, and had I stuck to who I was in middle school, I never would have met them. So seriously, obviously you can keep your old friendships. I'm not saying you have to ditch everybody you hung out with in middle school. Keep your old friendships close, but don't be afraid to make new friends with the new people in your high school. Your high school is probably a lot bigger than your middle school. There's a lot more people. Go talk to them. Number 6, and this one kind of goes into staying organized, but find a study habit that works for you and stick to it. Everybody's going to have their own study method. You can do flashcards, you can do like Quizlet games. I'm not going to list all the ways to study, you probably know them. There's so many different ways, but if you can find one that works for you, and it might be different across different subjects. Like for me, I studied in a certain way for math and a certain different way for English. So it's probably going to be different. But find the study methods that work. Try them out in the beginning of the year. Start trying different study methods, and once you find one that clicks in your head, don't give up on it. Use it, because it's going to be really helpful to have that consistency in your studying pattern. Number 7, take care of yourself. There's a lot of pressure on high school kids these days. I went to a competitive high school in a competitive area. Everybody from the time we were in middle school was talking about what college they were going to go to, that they wanted the Ivy Leagues, they wanted the top 20 schools. So there's a lot of pressure. You have to take time for yourself and prioritize yourself sometimes. Like, as dumb as it sounds, and you've probably been told this 1,000 times, you have to make sure you're getting enough sleep, that you're eating well, that you're exercising regularly. Because if you don't do those things, it's gonna affect your schoolwork. Most people are trying to grind their way through school, so they're not sleeping, they're not eating right, and then it comes back to bite them in the ass because they don't feel good in school anymore because they're tired and they're falling asleep and they haven't eaten, and then that affects your schoolwork. It's a vicious cycle. So just stop the vicious cycle before it even starts. Don't get into those cycles. Figure out what works for you, but treat yourself well. 4 years is a long time. A lot can happen, so prioritize yourself. At the end of the day, you only have you. Number 8, be respectful. A lot of people put on a persona when they start high school. I'm not saying I didn't do this. I'm definitely guilty of this in some aspects. But be respectful no matter what. You're going to be interacting with so many people on a daily basis. And like I said, 4 years is a long time. And you have to be around these people for 4 years. So respect yourself. Respect your parents. Respect your friends, your classmates, your teachers. Any person that works at your school, respect them. They're going to come in handy at some point in your life. You might need a rec letter. You might just need someone to talk to. Being respectful is going to get you a long way, outside of high school too. But that's my advice, be respectful. Number 9, set goals for yourself. You want to set goals that are somewhat achievable, You want the small little goals, something that you can actually work toward and actually work towards and actually achieve. But you do also want to have the larger overarching goals that you're slowly picking closer to. So think about what you want to achieve in high school. Maybe you want to make a certain sports team or start a certain club. But also think about the goals you have beyond high school. Start thinking about what your college major is going to be. Even start thinking beyond college. What's your grad school plan? What's your job lookout? Trade school, whatever it may be. Like, look beyond high school and set big goals. But set lots of goals. You won't achieve all of them, and that's okay. But you're setting them, which is the most important part, because then you can work towards it. And the final, number 10, stay positive. High school can be a really challenging place. It's hard to be in the same school every day for 4 years with the same group of people, the same group of teachers. Things happen. High school drama starts. You date. You break up. Friendships end. Things happen in high school. It's not an easy time for most people. I feel like if you talk to most adults, they can tell you something bad that happened to them during high school. So staying positive is really important. Because if you're the one getting down on yourself, again, it's another vicious cycle. If you're getting down on yourself, you're going to be meaner to other people, they're going to be meaner back to you. It's going to end well. Not everything is going to go your way in high school, that's just the truth. But if you stay positive, it will really, really help you throughout the course of 4 years. Obviously, I feel like this goes without saying, this advice is not definitive. I'm not saying you absolutely have to do these things and nothing else. This is just some of the things that I learned over the course of 4 years that worked and helped me. Everybody's high school experience is going to be different, and that's kind of the beauty of it. So, obviously, take this advice with a grain of salt. But if you're starting high school, I wish you the best of luck. If you're in high school, still wish you the best of luck because it's not easy. But that was my advice. I really hope this helps someone. See you in the next one.